Shalom. I'm Rabbi Danny Marmorstein, spiritual leader of congregation Ahavat Olam in Kendall. This week's Torah portion is entitled Emor, and it begins as follows. Vayedaber ad Hashem el Moshe, and God spoke to Moses. Emor el HaKohanim, speak to the Kohanim, the high priest Aaron and his sons. These were from the tribe of Levi, the Levites, and hence the name of the entire book in English, Leviticus. And God lays out all kinds of laws that the priests must follow, how they must look, who they can marry, laws of animal sacrifices, and many more. And then the Parashat continues outlining the Jewish calendar, the biblical Jewish calendar, beginning with Shabbat, the most important day, the most holiest day of the Jewish calendar, even though it comes every week. The only holy day to be mentioned in the Ten Commandments. But it is the next holy day that I wish to dwell on, and that is the time of Passover, of Pesach. It occurs in the Hebrew month of Nisan, the first month in the biblical calendar, the springtime, new buds, new growth, new beginnings. And we are commanded to observe Pesach for 7 days. Many of us observe it for 8 days. It wasn't that long ago we were gathered around our tables, observing and celebrating Pesach with our seders, in the comfort and safety of our homes. But like you, my heart was going out to our brethren in the Ukraine who could not observe it, who were fleeing from their homes. Only this time, instead of on horseback and saber, like the pogroms at the turn of the 20th century, it was with tanks and with missiles. I'd like to share with you a reading by Misha Galperin, Ph.D., CEO of the National Museum of American Jewish History. It is a wonderful museum in Philadelphia if you ever get the chance to visit. He wrote this just before Pesach this year. We are very much used to speaking about Passover as a holiday of freedom. We are not so used to speaking about it as the story of a war for freedom. It is a crazy, crazy time when a Jew, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, is saving Ukrainians of all faiths by hiding many of them in Poland and Germany. And this Jew has become as much of a leader as any in our long history. Unlike Moses, though, he has no difficulties with speech. Quite the opposite. Maybe Zelensky is more like Joshua, a wartime leader, rather than a prophet, a lawgiver, or a miracle maker. He is brash and confrontational and confident, and oh so passionate. Personally, being myself a Jew, born and raised in Odessa, Ukraine, whose grandparents and uncles were murdered by Nazis just like his, I could not be more proud. At the end of our seders we say, L'shana haba'a b'Yerushalayim, next year in Jerusalem. Lamenatseach shir mizmor, let there be a song to the victor. Dear Lord, ozer lahem, help them, that they may be victorious over their oppressors, so that they may say, L'shana haba'a b'veitenu shalanu, next year in our homes, in our beloved country, Ukraine, Be'ezrat Hashem, with God's help. This is the Devar Torah for this week. Shabbat Shalom.